The favourite scandal, part 2. Welcome back, it's me, John. I hope you are having a really good day with whatever you are doing so far. Woo! So the favourite scandal is a video I posted on the internet probably about a week ago, and I've seen a lot of talk about it. Definitely a lot of talk. A lot of people have been involved. I've recently got some official statements as well. Things have really blown up because I think it was pretty obvious that this was a topic that needed to come to the surface of the internet. If you haven't already watched the first video, go and watch it. But in very brief, favourites videos are basically a time when I think everyone kind of knows people can get away with sponsored content. And when I say get away with, I mean there's no issue with sponsored content, but the issue is when people don't disclose that it's sponsored content, which is of course a massive violation of consumer rights to all of us, because we follow these people and we respect these people, and it just goes to show us that we can't really trust what they're saying because they are being paid to talk about things that they are not disclosing. Anyway, of course I did mention in my last video it was all complete speculation. We did not have any hard evidence, which is something I will always use before I make a statement, and in that instance we didn't have hard evidence. All we had was a very, very suspicious scenario where an old lipstick was being spoken about by quite a lot of people at the same time, which was of course very suspicious. Since then we've had statements from everyone. So why don't we go through our official statements from these beauty YouTubers? So Jaclyn Hill was the first one to reach out to me to say, I was not sponsored in any way, shape or form to talk about that lipstick. Now, I can't speak for the other YouTubers because I don't know if they were, but I genuinely liked the lipstick and wanted to talk about it. She went on to further say, which is something we are going to investigate, I actually don't take sponsorships. When I first started my channel, I took 3 of them. At this moment, I still only have 3 sponsored moments on my channel, and my description bar has the FTC disclaimer. I'm very honest about the things I love and don't love, and would never accept payment to mislead people in any way. And she went on to say that the Snapchat footage that I showed in my video, which we thought was related to the favourite scandal, actually, she said, as for the Snapchat rant, this was about something going on in my personal life, but I wanted to share that with Snapchat because I feel like things I go through, others go through them too. So I like to remain open and honest about things without being too direct and dragging names onto the bus. Well, girl, on this channel, we drag the names under the bus. We don't hold back. Anyway, Jaclyn was extremely polite and extremely pleasant, and sometimes you can usually tell with the sponsored video, the way that the YouTubers talk, it's like they're reading it off a list, because when a brand will approach a YouTuber, they will usually say, please can you list these benefits that our product has? And sometimes the YouTubers don't really use their imagination and will instead literally read the list, and they will say, I love this lipstick because it is this, it is that, it is this with the baseball bat. Do you see what I mean? Like, it comes off bad. And this is something we've seen for like 10 years on YouTube. Like, it's very, very obvious. Obviously, again, to reiterate, there's no issue with sponsored videos. I would happily do 1 sponsored video a month if it was a product I was in love with. The issue that everyone has is when they don't disclose, because it is not fair, it's illegal, and it's against YouTube's guidelines. Okay, so that's Jaclyn completely finished. Not finished like deceased. I think we can come to the conclusion, and I will say this safely with Jaclyn. You know that I do not lick anyone's arse on YouTube. It's really not my thing. Like, I have no issue becoming enemies with people over the truth. I'm not here to be friends and go to parties and be best friends with people. Next, let's go to NikkieTutorials. Hi! So, the official statement that Nikki has given me is, hi darling, I was not sponsored. I don't know about the others, I'm just honestly really obsessed and have been wearing it for a month straight, so I figured it was a monthly hit, haha. I would never mess with the FTC. If something is sponsored, people will know, capitals, with a smiley face. I'll zoom in so you can see the message. So I guess we can take a peek through the video.
All right, let's get down and dirty. Let's get into it. The first hit of this month of October was the Kopari coconut milk. And I got this because one of my favorite makeup artists, Priscilla Ono, uses this on herself and on clients. So I use this in my skincare routine. This is my final and last step. I take just the tiniest bit, you need the tiniest bit ever.
This is something we should talk about. Because you know my main priority is you and honesty, and positivity is the main thing on my channel, but beyond that is honesty. A lot of people caught on to this and I kind of feel a bit like ill talking about it, but like I've already come for Nikki a lot and I do feel sorry for her, because when I first started she was a topic of conversation, and with good reason, but there's only so much I want to put someone through that, but I kind of feel like it's there. She started her October favourites video talking within the first 5 minutes, which is something we spoke about in the last video, about a coconut oil, and this coconut oil was very small and it was very expensive considering it was just coconut oil. Quality, I know that they say it's high quality this, it's high quality that, but there was nothing specific actually given apart from the fact it was like food grade, I think, either food or cosmetic grade, which is the same grade as pretty much every other coconut oil. However, when we compare the cost of the coconut oil that NikkieTutorials was mentioning against any other sort of coconut oil available, it just looked very suspicious that why would you promote a product that's this expensive when the exact same thing is available for this price. Obviously, this is just my opinion. There might be a difference in quality. There might be a difference in any of that. If a company has a product this cheap, then it would seem strange to like promote because it's like, well, it's already so cheap. But when it's expensive, they can afford to pay Nikkie $5,000 to say, hi, can you talk about our overpriced, coconut oil? Because like, otherwise, how are we going to sell it? So can you do a promo post for us? Because I don't see why, like if I have a product for you, like I'm going to try and give you something honest. I would never try and rip you off on a product. Like if there's this one for this price and this one for this price and they are literally the same in the same sort of packaging, like plastic or glass, whatever, I would give you the dupe. I mean, not the dupe, but do you see what I mean? It's weird. Anyway, I am a massive fan of a good dupe. So here is 100% pure coconut oil by KTC. This is premium quality, 100% pure coconut oil. I cook with this. I use this on my hair. I use it with everything. It's a fantastic moisturizer for your arms. Like you will have seen on my videos for the past 10 years. I always use coconut oil through my hair when it feels a bit dry, like now. And it's a really, really good light moisturizer. Like it's very thin in consistency when it's sort of like when it's loose. And then when you cool it down, like I know I used to put it into my hair and then I go outside. And when it goes cold, it goes a bit harder. It's like a hard hairspray, which is quite cool. I think this was £5 for 500ml, including delivery. Next of all, we did get a full statement from Chloe Morello. She actually made a whole video for me. Thanks, Chloe.
I mean, I can understand why you might think that if 4 people are posting about it at the same time. I personally wasn't sponsored.
The favourite scandal 2. How has this evolved into an entire new subject? Well, NikkieTutorials and Shaaanxo both posted a Perry Edwards shout out to my ex tutorial within a week of each other. So let me just clarify with you to break this down. Shaaanxo is a YouTuber from Australia or New Zealand, I can't remember. I already just covered her in my last video to do with Brittany Lee Saunders because they got into a massive brawl. NikkieTutorials is from Amsterdam. She said on the phone to me, but yeah, Amsterdam. They're both a very similar age. They are represented by different networks. Shaaanxo is represented by Style Hall. I thought Nikkie was, but apparently she's not. She's represented by someone else. That would have been one thing where if you were represented by the same network and they'd signed with them, you would think maybe the company has come to the network and the network has said, we have these 2 YouTubers that are appropriate and have the right demographic, but because it's not like that, it doesn't seem like that, perhaps it's not the case. And they've both made these makeup tutorials. Now, how often do YouTubers make makeup tutorials about music and songs? Like, how often do YouTubers start a tutorial like, I'm so in love with this song, I'm going to put its name in the title because I just love it. So Shaaanxo stated that the video was sponsored by Clinique, which makes sense, but there was no sort of mention of Little Mix. Obviously we don't know, it's complete speculation, but it just seems very strange for 2 YouTubers that don't usually talk about music to then suddenly make an entire video inspired by a song. So Shaaanxo did give a disclaimer that it was sponsored by Clinique, so we do have a disclaimer. It's not the disclaimer that we were looking for, but it is a disclaimer. NikkieTutorials video did not have any sort of disclaimer. There was no sort of disclaimer from anything to do with Little Mix. What do you guys think? Tell me down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. The best thing for me is the fact I have a line of contact with some of these people, so at least I can ask them. I did ask Nikkie and she did say to me, written, that it was not sponsored, the thing that she was working on, and she said that she always states when it is sponsored. So at least we have, this isn't a case of her not disclosing. She has specifically given a statement to say that she does state. Nikkie has had the chance to defend herself and we have that out there. Anyway, of course, massive love to both of these people. Obviously, like I don't even need to say like, please don't throw any hate or anything their way. What do you guys think? Like, I just think this is weird. I think this is suspicious. So let me think. Chloe gave her statement. Jaclyn gave her statement. Nikkie gave her statement. I don't know Shaaanxo and she hasn't reached out to me. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video and you are ready for my birthday live stream. We are doing it November 22nd, 7 PM GMT, which is going to be this time in America. I'm really excited. I'm going to do like a big sort of giveaway thing. And I have like a few ideas, but I really need to organise myself because I really don't know what I'm doing. We're going to be doing it on Facebook. I made a new page and it's also going to be on YouNow because I know a lot of you like that website. So we're going to do it on both, hopefully. What do you think of the background, by the way? Do you like it? Are you supposed to be able to talk with these things? Like, I really like it. It's essential to my new look, but it's just so difficult to talk with. Oh my god, it matches my teacup. This video is sponsored by Little Mix. No, I'm joking, it wasn't. I kind of thought I would start to get a bit Christmassy. I don't know, what do you think? I always miss Christmas. I always get ready too late. And I kind of think Christmas shouldn't be one day. It should be a season, like a holiday. Like a big whole month of just like mulled wine and what's that thing called? Mistletoe. And so I thought, why not just make it a bit cuter in the background? I don't know. Maybe it's silly. I love you so much. I will see you really soon. If you are looking for a video to catch up on, I've got the brawl and I've also got the favourite scandal 1 so you can see the entire background. Have a really blessed day. I will see you later. Bye.